Hey y'all, hey! Hello, about to put you guys back where you go. So I am just prepping a couple things. Hi, welcome. I'm only prepping a couple things. It's early today. Normally I broadcast a little bit later in the evening, but the kids are over with Grammy and my husband, so I am by myself. I've got my pots heating. I've got the sauce already put together, my pasta sauce. I realized that I actually don't have my pasta sauce recipe on the blog, so I'll probably be putting that up sometime this week. It is that time of the week and it's a little earlier, so hopefully for my East Coast viewers, you guys are able to watch live with me and you can talk to me a little bit more. So today I am doing, let's talk. We are going to be chopping things up for taco salad. We're making Veggie Glop again, so we've been doing this about a month now because I'm back to Veggie Glop. I told you guys that my food rotates, so you'll see that I'll cook a lot of the same things. So I'm doing Veggie Glop, chopping things up for taco salad, making spaghetti, and then cutting things up for breakfast veggies. I do have some leftovers from last week because things stretch as we're getting to a point where we're knowing how much we're eating, and I'm going through the 10-day shred again. This will be my third time. Today is day 7 of the 10-day shred. And honestly, guys, this is how I'm probably gonna eat. So you guys will get a lot of clean eating and a lot of good recipes from that. So let's go ahead and put the coconut oil in the pots. Well, I've got one pot and like a saucepan that I'm using today because I'm only actually cooking 2 things. Taco salad I will cook meat for, or I have tofu for that, but I'll do that same day so that I don't have anything soggy with my lettuce. All right, let's put the coconut oil in. Both the pots have heated very nicely, so I'll be cooking the Veggie Glop. And somebody go look real quick first which veggies are for breakfast. Oh, okay, so breakfast veggies, I'll chop up mushrooms, I'll chop up broccoli, I'll cut up some peppers, and probably a little bit of zucchini. That goes in with eggs to scramble. Sometimes I'll throw in some tofu. Costco now sells tofu it's like 4 packages in one big box. So I'm gonna go ahead and try that because I've been getting it from Sprouts and it just never lasts long enough. All right, so I've got my pasta sauce already done. I know I never actually do that with you guys, but it's loud because I put it in the blender. So one of these days I will make you a video. I promise. I might actually just do it on YouTube so I can edit out the sound. And my blender is over there. It's about 6 feet away. So you guys wouldn't be able to see it if I do it from here. So we'll figure that out. But I did put mushrooms in the sauce. Yes, the Vitamix. You guys know I have a secret love affair with my Vitamix. I love it so much. I just can't say enough good things about it. I've used the Ninja a couple times. My grandma has it. I love my Vitamix. I've loved it since I worked with it at Jamba Juice. So I don't know what to tell you guys. If you guys like the Ninja, use it. Use what you have. I'm not saying you have to have a Vitamix. I just know that for me, my preference, like I can make soups and I can make desserts and I can make frozen stuff. I've made ice cream. I've made all sorts of stuff in my Vitamix. So it gets used a lot. I used it to make, let's see, jam, peanut butter, pasta sauce, soup, dessert. I use it to make a lot of stuff. Okay, let's get back to the chopping. I'm trying to go quickly today, so if I sound like I'm rambling, stop me. If you have questions, stop me. All right, I don't want this to get too hot because I know there was somebody that was a little worried the last time with the really excited veggies going in. So we're gonna make sure that we don't scare anybody today. All right, so I am, again, using my very favorite Santoku knife. It's the 5-inch, I think. It says it on here. 5-inch Santoku knife and the 3.5-inch paring knife. And yes, again, they are very, very sharp. If you need someone to sharpen your knives, I can lend you my husband. He is really good at it and he likes to keep them very, very, very sharp for me, which I appreciate. All right, so we're just gonna chop up. This is what's going into the Veggie Glop. Again, glop is a family dish that just kind of came from my dad being home. He uses a whetstone. This is a dish that just came from my dad being home with 3 little girls. Back when I was a teeny tiny, I was probably 4 years old. So he had all of this stuff, and so now I just make it in a way that is a little healthier. He made it with, oh goodness, all sorts of very processed ingredients. And I thank him for it because, you know, food. But I decided I want to have glop, but I don't want to have all that processed stuff. So now I cook it this way. And if you hadn't noticed, this is a healthier eating kind of meal prep. So if you have questions about that, go ahead, because I've been researching myself for quite a bit on how to do this. And the 10-day shred, so I remember to tell you guys, the 10-day shred is no dairy, no gluten, no caffeine, no alcohol, no sugar, and no processed foods. Yes, my meals are healthy. But I mean, for the people that don't know, I know you're here all the time with me, but for the people that haven't been here and don't know what I'm doing, because we might have some new viewers, it seems like every week I have someone new, which is awesome. I love having new people. I'm cutting up 1/4 of a onion, and these ones, yes, they're sweet onions still. So I'm still on my sweet onion kick because I like sweet onions. If anybody knows how to get Vidalia sweet onions out here, not just regular sweet onions, but the ones from Vidalia, I would love it because I'm in California. I don't actually get to get them. All right, moment of truth. We will see how excited this oil is today. Actually, might move it off a little bit. Let it cool. Woo. Oh, ha, that was water that was on the stove. All right. Oh, they're not too excited today. Yeah. Do you remember last week when I was cooking on Monday because I didn't get to do it on Sunday and everything was just splattering everywhere and the baby started crying? That's why I do it by myself as much as I can, because I think I ended up holding her for half of this. So that 1/4 of an onion, a whole bell pepper. I'm gonna crumble in some of this beautiful tofu. I just have a brick of it that I'm going to cut, and then I'll crumble it with my hands into it. Now tofu has to be kept in water, just so you guys are aware. And when you crumble it, it ends up looking a little bit like ground meat, so that's what's happening here. It also looks like feta cheese, so, you know, if you are ever eating with me, it's not feta, it's tofu. We're gonna put the tofu right in here. And I am racing the diapers, so I just put the diapers on their wash cycle. So we will see who gets done first. Oh, all right, let's go ahead and put the pasta sauce in. I have firm tofu, that's what they sell. They didn't have any soft tofu. Putting the sauce in, give me just a second. We've got bubble, bubble, bubble. All right. I made more sauce because I'm also prepping for one of my friends so that she can stay compliant with the 10-day shred, because I want her to be able to do that. So I'm using firm tofu. I hope they start using, or they start carrying, they being Costco, start carrying the silken tofu, because I know that you can make kind of cheese sauces with the silken tofu, which would be really cool to try. All right, let's get some garlic in there. Oh, I think I forgot the garlic in my pasta sauce. So we'll go ahead and do that now. It won't be terribly chopped up, but that's what we get for having to do things quickly, right? All right, so we're gonna chop up a clove of garlic. I might put 2 in there. This is for the Veggie Glop. So what goes into Veggie Glop? Any veggies that you can possibly think of. I've gotta get my Worcestershire out. Veggies, some aromatics. See, you guys can tell that I'm a little bit pressed for time today, can't you? I have to take diapers to my daughter. So, we shall see. All right, not the ones that are washing, thank goodness. I have clean ones, don't worry. All right, so we've got the pasta sauce that we're waiting to bring to a boil so that we can then cook the red lentil pasta. I love this pasta. I was checking out, I got some more at Sprouts. Glop, yes, glop. Oh, I didn't tell you what goes into it. Thank you for reminding me. Okay, so let's do what goes into the glop first, and then I will talk about the red lentil pasta, because that stuff is amazing. All right, what's in the glop is any sort of veggie that you could possibly have around. You can do broccoli in it. I just tend to not do that. Not for any reason. It just tends to not have a really good, I don't like the way that the sauce goes in the broccoli, personally. Like, it's a personal preference. You can put broccoli in it. If you have broccoli and carrots and that's all you have, put those in there. Use whatever veggie you are comfortable with for right now. Just start eating vegetables. I'm chopping up mushrooms to go in it right now. So I've got in my pot some peppers. I'm going to cut up another pepper. I'm cutting up a mushroom right now, and that's going to go in my pot. I'll probably do 2 mushrooms. I did 1/4 of an onion, and I did some garlic. There's some tofu in there as well because I want the tofu to get a little crunchy. And then I'm going to cut up a zucchini. Now I'm not cutting any of this really super thin because I want it to be a little chunkier. Glop is supposed to be, oh, what's the word? Like a little, it's almost like a chunky stew that you make on the stovetop. We're gonna have tacos. It's thick, yeah, thicker, kind of chunkier. Like this is how big I'm making the mushroom pieces. So not small. Yeah, kind of like a gumbo, exactly. It's got a sauce, it's got chunks of stuff, it's not small. All right, so I'm chopping up a zucchini, and the zucchini's gonna go in there really quickly. I haven't put the mushroom in yet, so it's not that you missed it, I just haven't put it in yet. And we've got the sauce, the pasta sauce that's starting to look like it's ready for some noodles, but I will put the pasta sauce recipe up this week sometime. I went through my recipes and I noticed I didn't have it, so I keep telling you guys to go look and it's not there. How mean. All right, and just a couple of, woo! Sorry, I got really close to my thumb. All right, come on. A whole zucchini, 2 mushrooms, a whole pepper. I'm probably gonna do another pepper. There's tofu in here, and that's what I'm kind of stabbing at as I'm stabbing things. I've got 1/4 of an onion, 1 clove of garlic. Let's keep going with this. Let's chop up another mushroom, shall we? But it's really, that's how most of my recipes are. You can take it and do whatever you like with it. You don't even have to say, hey, Amanda told me to do this. Unless it's Glop. You do have to give me credit for Glop because it's a family recipe. Come on, guys. All right, so let's keep going. And then as these 2 are cooking, I'm gonna be chopping up other veggies and that's it. Then I have to get back to, real life. All right, let's chop up another pepper. I didn't actually prep my peppers, so you guys all know that because my knives are so sharp, I tend not to talk while I'm using them really close to my fingers. They're good. They're just that good. I have actually sliced my finger a little while I was doing a scope. Remember? It was a while ago. I cut my thumb, my middle finger. It wasn't even like my index finger or my thumb or something that you would think. No, I cut my middle finger just on the pad here. I was like, what? Yeah. But I kept feeling it resistant to water and I was like, what happened? Oh, I cut myself. But the other thing is I'm cooking on, it's between low and medium, and I don't know if you can hear it or not, but it's very much, it's still sizzling really well. That's why I like the stainless steel pots and pans. If you have nonstick, I would recommend cook it about medium. Probably nothing higher than medium if you're using nonstick, because we don't want those stop it. We don't want the fumes. We don't want the fumes to kill you. So that's my recommendation for if you're cooking with nonstick. But if you're using stainless steel, it's between low and medium. You usually don't need anything more than that because it distributes the heat really well. All right, I'm cutting up a whole second pepper because my peppers were a little bit small this week. Oh, I didn't do a shopping video. I should do a shopping video for you guys. All right, and again, I'm just stirring everything up, getting everything in there, making sure it's nicely coated with that coconut oil. We're gonna need some nutritional yeast. Oh my goodness. All right, let's put these mushrooms in there. And I am, again, prepping for my friend, so I'm cooking a little bit more. But my son has also been just ravenous lately, so I want to make sure that he has enough to eat every night. I don't know what this, oh, that was lettuce. Okay, I think I'm gonna put, let's see, should we do a little more tofu. I think I'm gonna do a little bit more tofu. Just because I want to. Just that extra protein in there. And you guys remember, I'm really picky about my soy, so make sure it's non-GMO, make sure it's water washed, make sure it's non-fractionated and it's not acid washed. You don't want it washed in hexane. That's bad for you. It causes cancer. But soy, when done correctly, helps fight breast cancer. So any ladies out there watching, make sure that you are really picky about the soy that you're doing. It's really important. It's very, very good for you if it's done correctly. All right, it looks like the pasta sauce is nearly ready. Oh, and if I had time, I was gonna cut up some cucumbers and put them in a jar with balsamic so that I have a really quick snack that I can go get. I am getting tofu all over the floor. I have to sweep anyway, right? Okay, let's make sure we are keeping ourselves clean. Okay, what else do I need to do? We're putting the spaghetti in. Oh, I was gonna talk about the red lentil pastas. See guys, this is why I have to have a list. Otherwise, I just go off and crazy. Don't let me forget to take diapers with me when I go back. All right. So we're gonna just break the red lentil, and it's linguine, but my son, he actually woke up last week, and he went into the fridge and he said spaghetti, or he calls it paschetti, most kids do. He said paschetti, and got the jar out of the spaghetti, of the linguine that I had prepped last week, and put it out on the counter. I said, honey, Mama's already making quinoa for breakfast. And he just kind of gave me this look like, and make spaghetti too. That's what you get for having okay, we'll do this side. Having a kid that listens to your sarcasm very closely. That's all I have to say about that. All right, so we're going to, again, because we're prepping for more than just myself, my son, and my husband, we're gonna cook a little bit more. But I was in the checkout line at Sprouts. That's where I've been getting my pasta from. And the checkout person said, oh, I like gluten-free pasta. Red lentil, that sounds really interesting. I said, it is so good. It has such a good texture, guys. Please go try it. Maybe if you write Ancient Grains, I think is who it is. Ancient Harvest. Write Ancient Harvest. See if you can get it somewhere near you. See if they'll send you a box. I mean, come on. If you like it, come on. You'll buy it, right? But it is so good. And I told her, I said, my 3-year-old likes it. My husband likes it. It has a really good pasta texture. It's not, you know, some pastas that are gluten-free they have a really weird texture. All right. You should see this over here. It looks delicious. All right, time to add some tomatoes. We're just gonna pour them right in. So the original glop recipe has ketchup, Worcestershire, mustard, and salsa, I think. And then garlic powder and minced onion. So I've got brown Dijon, stone ground Dijon mustard, and Worcestershire, which was in the original as well. And then I use tomatoes instead of ketchup. And then I use, you know, fresh ingredients otherwise. All right, so let's get glop going. Stir, stir, stir. And the other thing that you can do with glop, you can put it over noodles, you can put it over broccoli, spinach. It works in a myriad of places. Ooh, it smells so good. Oh, I need to cut up carrots, guys. I need to cut up a carrot. Again, it's not gonna be that bad. Thank goodness, since I'm trying to rush, I'm doing all things that take rough chopping, right? So we're just gonna do some quick medallions without chopping my fingers, right? That's what we're doing. That's no chopping the fingers, Manda. And then I'm gonna head back to my mother-in-law's house. Excuse me while I eat in front of you. Hopefully you guys have a snack. So I'm gonna run back over to my mother-in-law's house and I am going to make sausage and peppers. And then she got this beautiful quinoa salad from Costco while we were there. And we're gonna do that. So It's all still shred friendly. And if you want a little bit of sweetness, sausage. It's the fresh sausage at Sprouts. I asked what was in it. It's their chicken and basil sausage is what we're gonna use. I would normally use like a pork sausage, but they couldn't tell me everything that was in that one. So we went with the chicken, but then we'll have peppers and onions with a little bit of, I think we're gonna put salt and pepper and maybe a little bit of nutritional yeast. And normally I just let it cook down like that. And then, I'll post what's in the quinoa salad because it looks so good. If they're prepped, it's quinoa and cucumber. And I mean, it looks really good. I can't wait. Yes, I still have a love affair with food, guys. It's never gonna leave me, I don't think. But I can have a love affair with good food now, right? Okay, guys, come on. I put the pasta in a little differently so that it wouldn't stick, and it's still sticking. We will figure this out at some point, right? And the boxes of the red lentil pasta, just for a moment, go back to that. The boxes of the red lentil pasta still have the $1 off coupon on them. So do that. I had to get more nutritional yeast. What did I buy? We went to Sprouts and we went to Costco. No, pasta straight into the sauce. That's a good question. I do not put extra water in because I make my own pasta sauce. It's not a sauce that's in a can or in a jar that has been simmered down and gotten some of the water out of it. I don't add more water to it because there's liquid in all the veggies that I use. Like I use peppers. This was tomatoes, peppers, carrot, mushrooms, onion, garlic, basil, and nutritional yeast. So that's what went into this pasta sauce. So when you're thinking veggies and fruits are a lot of water. And when you simmer it down, you lose a lot of that. The steam evaporates that water off. So when I cook my pasta in it, what ends up happening is I get this really great thicker sauce without having to wait for it to simmer down. And because I store everything together, it has time in the fridge to kind of condense and make it, not condense, but marry, if you will. And it really makes it a very, it has less of a fresco taste and more of a marinara or a bolognese taste. It's really good. I have found that I prefer doing it this way. All right, a little bit of pepper. My pepper grinder has been acting up and I don't know why. My husband put more peppercorns in it for me. And now it doesn't sound like you can't hear it cracking, but I do get pepper out of it. So I don't know what happened. My salt grinder still does it. A little bit of Himalayan salt. Stir it all together. And glop, that's what it's what it sounds like. It's just a big glop of stuff. So mine is looking quite normal right now. Excuse me. And it's smelling really good, so that's the other thing, right? All right, my pasta is trying to give me a hard time. Trying, but not succeeding. Because we definitely don't want it to stick to the bottom or stick together. But yeah, don't add more water to it. Just toss the pasta right in. And if you're using like a durum wheat, like a really good wheat pasta, you don't have to worry about it sticking nearly as much as what I found. So we're gonna go ahead and put a lid on that puppy, turn it down to warm. You guys, I'm cooking on warm. Okay. We'll put the nutritional yeast away because we've already put it in here. That one will go on there. All right, so let's chop up some stuff for taco salad, and then we'll also chop up for breakfast. Okay. So I've got carrots that are gonna go in the, normally taco salad is just like Doritos and an Italian dressing and olives. So I will be putting in just corn chips because we don't want the processed cheese product. It'll be corn chips that are gluten-free. Doritos, yeah, Doritos chips, the nacho cheese Doritos. So I will be doing corn chips, olives, corn chips, olives, probably tofu. I did get some meat, so we'll see if I put meat in it. And then it's a bunch of lettuce, kidney beans, black beans, garbanzo beans, take your pick, one of those three, or all of them. You can do all of them. Normally there's cheese in it. We're not going to do cheese. The Italian dressing that we have is an Annie's Tuscany Italian. Yeah, nacho cheese Doritos. The chips, if you've never had them, count yourself in the few, but they're pretty common, yeah. So we don't do that, and then I will cook the beans, whatever bean I decide to use, in my own taco season. And I've been doing cumin, chili powder, cumin, a little bit of red pepper flakes, and a little bit of paprika with onion and garlic, and that seems to be a really good taco seasoning that people tend to like. So I've had a lot of really good reviews on that. I'll put that up so you guys can see what exactly we're putting into stuff, because I want people to be able to eat the stuff that we eat. And honestly, guys, we eat everything on a dime. If I told you how much my husband made, you guys would be crazy, but you guys would be like, oh my gosh. But that's just to say, anybody can eat this way. Anybody can eat this way. It is not something for just people that can use, you know, $1,000 a month for 2 people to eat. That's not what this is about. This is about showing everybody that, hey, we can all eat this way. All right, the glop is over here just bubbling away, which is a good thing. I'm gonna toss these carrots in. Let's see, what else should we do in this? All right, I know, I stopped. Oh, and then avocado will go in there too. My mother-in-law did this last Sunday, and she put avocado in it, and I nearly died. It was so good. I was like, oh, you guys know I love avocado. I have a love affair with a lot of different foods, and it's good because most of them are healthy foods. I guess that's the one good thing about changing the way that you eat, is you find foods that you never thought that you would have a love affair with, that are just kind of, they're your one food that if you needed to, you could eat it forever. Avocado, that's my food. Seriously, guys, I could eat avocado on everything every day. I actually had avocado for lunch today. I had a complete shake. Yeah, I had a complete shake, and then I had a whole avocado. Seriously, it's a good fat, it's healthy for you, vitamins, minerals. Seriously, avocado goes with everything. And Sprouts has them on sale right now. So we had avocado with our scrambled eggs this morning, and then I had an avocado for lunch. That's just how I roll. All right, I'm cutting up a bell pepper, and I'm cutting these a little bit smaller than I would if I were cooking. Like, I did bigger chunks for the glop. These are smaller because they're going in a salad, and I know some people don't like putting a lot of big chunks of something on a fork. They just don't like doing. So I'm cutting them smaller. And I cut the carrots smaller too. So the whole point of prepping is to make what I do on a nightly basis a little bit easier, and it's been definitely working for sure. Let me finish up this side of this pepper, and then I'm gonna check on the glop again, give it a good stir. And that's part of why I like the foods that I do make more often. I don't have to really check on them all that much. They all kind of just do their thing. Let's put a lid on that guy. I am almost done, guys. How long has it been? Oh, like less than 30 minutes. I'm pretty excited about that because I had to clean up the kitchen before I could start. All right. Okay, guys, I have one more pepper to cut, and then a little bit of zucchini, and I'm pretty much done for the evening. So I know it's a short one, and I would spend more time with you guys, but every time I have to choose my kids. So just know that I would spend more time with you. I didn't cook as much tonight. I have a few leftovers. Just as we were going through the week, it was like I had more than I thought I did, or we ate it a different way than we thought we would. And I did make beans yesterday in the crock pot. Efficient cooking is good. When you can get super efficient and you know what you're doing. But I've been doing this with you guys for a month now, so honestly, I should be efficient at it, right? All right, my cat is coughing in the background. I don't know if you can hear him. Let's get, that was the taco salad pepper. This is the breakfast pepper. And I just take the veins out and the middle out. Well, and the stem. I guess I count that as the middle. Beans, I made black and pinto yesterday. So they weren't the chili beans that I made the previous week. They were just regular, like, ones that you can turn into refried beans. I put cumin, nutritional yeast, paprika, basically my taco seasoning I put into them. So they were really, really good. I ate just a bowl of them by themselves on Friday night because my husband was judging. So he judges magic. Yeah, you have to be careful about what you use. Honestly, I've been making beans for quite a while. I started making my own beans because I felt like it was cheaper and it was easier than trying to make sure that what I was buying were, you know, good beans. Yes, it was in my crock pot. So I should do that for you guys once. I did the chicken, so it shouldn't be that much different. But I do soak my beans before I cook them. So make sure that you're doing that. That's it's kind of important. Soak your beans and it helps them cook better. I soak them, I just put them in a bowl. Yeah, use a slow cooker. If you can get a slow cooker, use a slow cooker. It really does make a difference because then you don't have to watch it as hard or as much. And I don't know, I just like slow cooker beans. And you can always pull some out and make refried beans out of them. So I have, oh goodness, I made enough for my friend. So she has a little jar that I'll be sending home with her. And then I had 2 big quart-sized jars. I think they're quart-size. I can't remember. The bigger jars from the bigger mason jars. I chopped up a zucchini. I was gonna do cucumbers too. Darn. Oh well. All right, I am just to the cleanup stage now. So normally when I'm cooking other stuff, like when I do my taco salad and I do the tofu for that, I will just cut my onion and my garlic when I cook. So I'll be doing that as well. Speaking of tofu, this guy needs some water and he'll just go in a baggie. And then we are done, guys. We're gonna put the onions in, and I have some cleaned up mushrooms. All right, I think guys, I am all done. If you have any questions, you know where to find me. Find me on Instagram at Manda D Panda. I take pictures of stuff. I haven't been posting this weekend or this week very much. It's been a busy week. But you can find me Manda D Panda. That's on Instagram. You can find me on Twitter at Sweetest Muse. And then obviously you can find me here on Periscope at least once a week, sometimes 2 or 3 times a week. Don't get crazy. But you can also find me on the blogosphere. You can find my blog at harmonyinthestitches.blogspot.com. That will be changing, but give me another couple months. My daughter just turned 4 months old, so I told you guys when she's 6 months, I will take that a lot more seriously and have a lot more time for you, I promise. Thank you so much for hanging out with me for this very quick kitchen club. I love cooking with you. I love that you guys spend time with me and you spend some of your Sunday with me. I will see you again, hopefully sometime this week. If not, next week on Sunday for sure. All right. Have a wonderful rest of the week and a wonderful, wonderful evening. Bye-bye.